As Bitcoin closes in on $100,000, Michael Regan discusses a potential shift in the U.S. government's approach to cryptocurrencies, particularly under a future Trump presidency, in contrast to the previous administration's strict regulatory measures. Michael says this paradigm shift could significantly increase Bitcoin demand and contribute to price increases, capitalizing on its limited supply.
He's talking about replacing Gary Gensler with a crypto lover, and just really being friendly to the broader industry of digital assets. But for Bitcoin specifically, it's this promise that Trump made in July at a Bitcoin conference to create what he called a strategic Bitcoin stockpile. So think of the strategic petroleum reserve, or we've had strategic wheat reserves in the past. The thinking of him and Cynthia Loomis, his ally in the Senate, the senator from Wyoming, is that if you not only Trump, first of all, the government owns about 200 and change Bitcoin from various criminal asset forfeitures. That sort of
I didn't
thing.
know that. Okay.
So that's sort of what Trump has hinted would be the basis for this reserve. Senator Loomis wants to go even further and have the government buy 1 million, nothing short of 1 million Bitcoins. So we're talking about 100 billion.
How many Bitcoins are out there? Do we have?
That's about 5%
Okay.
of the total.
So it's meaningful.
Of the
Big time.
total amount. Yeah. So. A big question mark, a big event risk looming over this market if that bill does not sort of gain more support. So far, she's the only sponsor of it. There's quite a bit of skepticism that she'll be able to get that passed. But the market is thinking there's a good chance of that. And not only that, that other governments will have to follow suit. If the U.S. suddenly is treating Bitcoin like a major reserve asset, other governments will likely be inspired to do the same. So that's kind of the backdrop for this just parabolic rally to the upside that we've seen.
Because right now it sounds a little bit like they would like to think about Bitcoin the way we currently think about gold, where we have gold sitting at Fort Knox.
That's exactly right. And what the Loomis bill would do would be sell off some of that. The Fed doesn't own physical gold; they own certificates.
Yep.
That represent gold held in Fort Knox by the Treasury. Her bill would require the Fed to start selling gold to buy Bitcoin.
Wow.
To sort of replace it as a reserve asset. Now, obviously, you think about telegraphing to the market 100 billion buy at today's prices. I mean, sky's the limit on the price. That's the thinking, at least.
Because what I know about Bitcoin, I learned from Mike McGlone. A fixed, if not declining supply, and presumably ever more use cases.
Yeah. Every 4 years, or so, the amount that's mined, that's the new supply, it gets cut in half. So that proposed government buy would actually overwhelm the amount that's mined.
All right. Another thing, the Trump's transition team is discussing the creation of a White House post dedicated to digital asset policy?
Yeah, that's a scoop we had yesterday. Yeah. It's still sort of a lot of questions about what exactly that would mean, but the idea is, give the crypto industry sort of a representative in the White House to manage what they want to do with regulations and that sort of thing. Again, just another sign of this sort of 180-degree paradigm shift in how the government will think about crypto and Bitcoin, especially under a Trump presidency, compared to the very tough crackdown that we saw under President Biden.